going to introduce you to the simulation activities in MyLab IT so you'll know how to complete and submit them for a grade when you see them in your assignments. First, let's talk about what they are. Microsoft Office simulations place you into a fake Office application environment. So it will look like and feel like you are in an actual Office application, but you are really not. They allow you to practice Microsoft Office application skills and will recognize multiple methods of completion, meaning you could make a word bold using the application ribbon or by using the keyboard shortcut. There are two types of simulation activities: simulation training and simulation exam. The main differences are that the simulation training activities offer learning aids within the activity to help you complete tasks, as well as a save button to allow you to save the work to continue later, while the simulation exam does not. We will explore the learning aids later in this video. All simulation activities are web-based, so it's very important that you have a good internet connection the entire time you are completing a simulation assignment. Let's explore what you see in the simulation activities. I'll launch a simulation training activity first to walk you through the shared components of both activity types and then look at the parts that are unique compared to the simulation exam. In the top part of your screen, notice it appears like you are in an Office application. You can move around the simulated environment and click through the ribbon, but just be careful when exploring, as clicking on some menu items will be counted as an attempt. When you click something that is not correct, an incorrect action will display, and the number of attempts remaining will count down. In the simulation dashboard, the instruction text box provides you the directions to complete the task. Above this, you can always see the number of points this question is worth and the specific activity tasks. Notice you can also change the size of the font if desired. In the simulation activities, you do not have to answer the questions in any specific order. You can move to the next or previous question using the navigation arrows, or jump around to any question using the View All feature. Clicking View All will show you the questions within the simulation along with the number of points each is worth and whether you have attempted or completed the question. You can jump to any question by choosing a question and clicking Launch. Keep track of your attempts remaining, which will show you how many mistakes you've made for each task. The Reset button allows you to begin the question again. For example, if you're completing a question with more than one task and you made a mistake in the first portion, you can reset to start over. The Accessibility button opens a player that can be used to read the text on the page aloud, as well as translate into other languages. The Virtual Keyboard offers another option to complete tasks. This is a great solution if you're working on a non-PC hardware such as a Mac computer. The status bar shows the strength of your internet connection. Remember, since simulations are all web-based, if your internet connection is not strong enough, there may be a lag in loading the questions. Now, let's explore the additional components you only will find in a simulation training activity. Save will allow you to save what you have completed and start up the simulation at another time. Note, if this is a timed simulation, the timer will continue, so be careful not to run out of time. Since the purpose of the training activity is to help you master the skills within an Office application before you're assessed on those skills, there are learning aids to help you when you're not sure how to complete a task. Let's look at each one. The Read Instructions opens the exact page within the e-text for that task where you will read how to complete the task within the book. Watch Video opens a short clip showing you how to complete the specific task. And practice provides you with the step-by-step directions on how to complete the skill. When the practice learning aid launches, it will read to you what you need to do. Then you need to perform that task. It will then read the next task you need to complete. When you're finished completing the instructions, you'll be taken back into the training simulation. It is now your turn to perform the tasks. Now let's take a look and compare what you will see in a simulation exam. Notice all of the same items with the exception of no learning aids and no save button. Now that you're familiar with the components of a simulation dashboard, let's walk through how to complete and submit. Read the instructions carefully. MyLab IT will allow you many different ways to complete a task and get it correct. If you run out of attempts in a training activity, the simulation will automatically ask you to launch the practice learning aid. When you complete a task correctly, a message will appear saying, "Question complete," and the simulation will move to the next question. When you get to the last task in the simulation and get it correct, an alert box will appear. Click OK to submit the assignment. You will immediately see your score, total time spent on the simulation, how many attempts you've tried, date of the last attempt, and the status of the assignment. There are two ways to access and review your submission at any time: via course materials or the grade menu item. There's a lot of data collected from your attempts. When you view your submissions, you will see an area called Questions. Within the area, you can easily filter by all questions, correct questions, incorrect questions, or unattempted questions only. When you use one of these filters, you will see only the questions that meet the filter requirement within the question map. The question map allows you to navigate between questions by clicking on each question. The area that has the question text provides some important valuable tools for you. At the top, you will see data about the question, the amount of time you took to complete the question, and the status of the question. Underneath that area are all the methods you could use to complete the specific question. As you can see in this area, there are always multiple ways of completing a specific question. At the bottom of this area are three buttons: Ask the Instructor, Student Actions, and Launch Training. Clicking the Ask the Instructor button opens a window that allows you to send an email to your instructor if you feel there is an issue with the simulation. Clicking Student Action button will open a new window. You will see exactly what you did within the question. It is best to look over your own student actions before sending an email to your instructor about issues with the simulation. Many times you will see the mistakes you are making within the simulation. The purpose of the Launch Training button is to allow you to practice the question with learning aids if you got it marked wrong. Many of your instructors will allow you multiple attempts, so it is a good way to learn how to complete a simulation question correctly before attempting another time. Now that we have explored simulation activities, you know what to expect and how to submit and how to review your submissions. Good luck!